Alright guys, welcome to another day with Renegade. So what we got going on today, this is an increasing problem that I've seen at a newer model carrier units. So there is a TSB out from Carrier about improper head torque of these compressors that have left the facility after they've been manufactured. And what it's causing it to do, it's causing it to blow head gaskets on this thing, send shrapnel throughout the compressor. And I'm going to show you how to diagnose these properly. A lot of times there isn't a fix for this other than replacing the compressor. This should be covered under warranty, but if not, you know, due to hours and stuff of that nature, you're probably going to have to replace the compressor yourself. But I'm going to show you how I diagnosed this and how I figured it out. So upon arrival, I was told that this unit wouldn't run. It would start up and then it would shut off. So I ran this thing through a pre-trip and it ran and shut off and failed. So we're gonna view alarms on this thing. All right, and it threw a bunch of stuff. Suction pressure, UL1 circuit, all these different codes, all right? These all have to do with the compressor itself. All right, so I've already removed this head to check it, but the first thing I want you to see and notice is the color of this thing. If you look at it compared to the actual color of the compressor, it's yellow. All right, this is from excessive heat on this head. Now, the excessive heat is coming from high side and low side swapping between the cylinder. All right, when I pulled this thing off, I started looking at both cylinders, and if you look at this one, I know we kind of got a glare, but you can see all the pitting in it. You see all that? All the little cut marks in this thing. All right, that's where that thing's been getting beat up. And if you look over here at this one, it's pretty clean. All right, and then if we go up here in our discharge, you see there's pieces of metal and stuff everywhere. All right, and it's just full of it. There's metal everywhere. All right, there's a big piece of aluminum right there. All right, this compressor shot. All right, I've tried before in order to put a valve plate on this thing and new head gaskets to see if this thing was worth saving, and they're not. You know, once they get to this point, it's shot. So this thing's gonna have to have a compressor. This is a fairly brand new unit, and this is due to improper head torque. So it's blowing through the head gaskets and then it's just destroying itself. But again, as you look at this piston right here, you can see where it's just beat itself to death with aluminum and pieces of the compressor coming apart and all that stuff. So I'm gonna throw this head back on here, and it's gonna have to have a compressor. But that's how we diagnose this thing, to see what's going on with this thing. And yeah, compressor time, baby. I just want to say that I see a lot of technicians spending an increasingly long amount of time working on these things to come to the determination that it needs a compressor. The biggest thing that I've come to is just pull the front head off of it. If it's full of trash, it's done. You know, if you see a head gasket blown or something that's relatively okay, sure, try and replace it. However, if your discharge is full of, you know, debris from aluminum and everything else, then there's no point in continuing on. We're just wasting time at this time. So that's the biggest reason I wanted to put out this video, is a lot of technicians out there are looking at these things and not necessarily coming to the conclusion of a compressor issue, but replacing, you know, unloader valves and everything else, when, you know, ultimately it's you know, compressor failure. So pay attention, especially to the yellowing of the heads on these things. If they're yellowed, then you're not going to be able to fix this thing, and you're going to need to replace the compressor. Ultimately, it's just you know, unfortunate, but it's not going to be able to be fixed without a compressor. Keep watching. Make sure you subscribe. We'll be putting out more videos. See you soon.